How we doing, guys? Oh shit! I should get some music on if we're gonna actually do this. Hold on. How's everyone doing? It's been a minute. There we go. Hold on one sec. Loud. All right. How is everybody doing? How are y'all doing, my friends? Been a minute. Been busy with life stuff. Got some updates. Good to see everyone. I like to see, it's been like 3-4 weeks now, and I'm seeing still the same, familiar faces. That's always nice. How's it going, guys? I hope everyone's doing well. I hope the last month has treated everybody well. Let me just do some audio stuff. Let me know if I'm too quiet. It's been a while since I streamed, so I don't know. I've messed around with some stuff here and there in my audio. Let me know if it sucks, if you can't hear me. Yo, Pads, thank you for the members message, bro. He said, glad to see you back, man. Hope all is well. All is pretty good right now. I appreciate that, bro. I'm glad to be back. I got some updates I'll share with you guys this stream on what I've been up to, what my plans are for YouTube. I know that the people watching this stream probably in the VOD, a bunch of you probably don't care. Totally understand. If you're watching the VOD, after I'm done streaming, I'm going to put timestamps in the comments. So if you want to just skip to the chapter reaction, you can go right ahead and do that. I don't mind. So we'll just spend a little bit, while people roll into the stream, we'll do a little bit of catch up, talk about what I've been up to, what you guys have been up to. So before I start mouthing off, I would love to hear, from my my dudes in the comments right now, my dudes in the chat, what you been up to? How's everything been? I know a bunch of you been on the accountability list. I'm sorry I haven't kept up with that, but if you have any life updates, anything you've accomplished lately, let me know. I'd be happy to hear. It's always good to hear. I haven't talked to you guys in a minute, so it'd be nice to hear some good news on your end. Back in the gym again, Otter? I love that, bro. I've been dieting a little bit. I haven't been back to the gym recently, but I have been, working on what I'm eating. I ate like shit last month, and then I was just not feeling good. And I was like, man, this is, I'm not young anymore. Like, when I was a kid, I used to be able to just, fucking eat fast food, and like, it was the best thing ever. And now if I have fast food or something, it makes me feel like shit. I feel terrible. I feel terrible eating crappy food. So I've started to change my my habits a little bit. Master's program coming along well, Nick. That's awesome, brother. You got I'm assuming you got break starting soon for the summer, so you're gonna be able to relax a little bit. It's been dry. No good One Piece analysis outside of you, Morge, and GLR. What the thing is, though, like, we're in a dry spell kind of with One Piece right now, but that's only because there's been like a break every other week. Like, we had 2 back-to-back 3-week breaks, and then after the both of those like massive breaks, we get another break like right after. So it's been like almost 2 months now of mostly no new One Piece content. So I think that if there's anything to blame for the dry spell that content's been on lately, it's that. It's, the reality is there's not that much new stuff to talk about. So far from what I've seen of Vegapunk's speech, I don't know. I haven't read the last few chapters. But from what I've heard of Vegapunk's speech so far, it's a lot of stuff that you could have kind of inferred on your own as a reader. Like, we've been talking about and theorizing about a lot of these things for a while now. So it's not like there's any new mind-blowing information that's come out yet. So I could see why there's just not that much to talk about. But if this newest chapter is crazy, and then I don't know if we have a break coming up after that, but if the next one's also crazy, like, I mean, the arc's got to be ending soon, right? Like, there's going to be a lot to talk about very, very soon. There's going to be a big boom in One Piece content. I kind of get a feeling. Ghoulie said, been working on an album all year, almost done. I love that. What type of album? What type of music? I've been actually working on some music myself. I've been trying to get back into production, like music production. Because back in the day, as some of you might know, You know, you guys saw the greatest One Piece rap ever made on my channel. Back in the day, I used to do some SoundCloud rapping. I used to fucking make tracks. I used to produce beats. I used to do all that shit back in high school. I thought it was really fun. Haven't done it in years. You guys convinced me to do it again for the YouTube donation goal. But recently I was just having fun with it. So I picked up this MIDI keyboard and I was like, you know what? Let me just try like producing again. So I've been working on that a little bit just for fun. Um, I'm not spoiled, Arku. I'm actually not spoiled on anything. I we have 3 chapters today that I'm going in blind. So this is going to be a pretty good stream, I think. This is going to be 3 chapters. I have no clue what's going on. I have no clue, you know, like what to expect. It's just going to be 3 chapters of nonstop like fire, fire, fire. That's my hope. Dr. Umar's burner said life is good. Head into the Twin Cities for the weekend to celebrate a graduation and smoke some good homegrown. I love that, bro. I hope you have fun. I hope you have a good time. That's great. Ghoulie said more spiritual, uplifting music. I'm producing the whole thing too. Rap for a few years, but I'm upping my game. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, like, you know, more, that's what I'm on too right now. You know, I'm not really, like, into rapping anymore. I'm you know, I'm like a fucking, like, 28-year-old white dude. Like, you know, it's not worth, like, developing that skill for me. But for me, like, in my opinion, like, music production, you know, is a lot more, like, in my alley, I guess. I don't know what the way to phrase it is, but, like, it feels like something I can actually, like, develop and, like, actually, you know, do stuff with. Like, I could, if I make a good beat that people like, I can sell it, you know, like, those types of things. But, you know, I'm not a high schooler anymore. For me, I've, like, left the rap thing behind. But, you know, I do like... would it be weird to be 28 and become a country singer? I mean, I don't think there's an age limit to anything. It just feels like, you know, that... my interest in that was much more rooted when I was, like, younger and just, like, having fun every day, smoking all the time, just fucking around. But now, like, I'm, you know, I'm a YouTuber. I talk about One Piece, and I'm married. It's like, what am I gonna rap about, you know? Like, what am I gonna rap about? So, you know, I'm better off. I feel like I'm better off just, you know, if I'm gonna do music again, I'm just gonna work on the production end. I'm pretty happy with that. Lonely Mage, what's up, bro? Thank you for the members message. Said you're back. Where have you been hiding? I've been hiding at home. I've been hiding at home. I've just been working on myself. I've been trying to develop new hobbies. You know, actually, this would be a good time to show you guys something, you know, that I have, I've been cooking up a little bit. So you know, I bought recently, I'm gonna have to turn off the music for this. Recently, I've been working on my drawing skills, my art skills. I always like to draw. I bought a tablet recently, a Huion that I've been using. I don't know how to pronounce it. But I bought a Huion tablet that I've been using to draw. And I decided recently, I was like, you know what, let me just try like doing something fun with this. So I tried to do some animation. And I'm working on like content for my second channel or another channel. And I was thinking about doing like some animation or something. So I've been putting together kind of like a shitpost animation, and the subject is Smash Brothers. So if you guys want to see a little bit of what I've been working on with the animation, I do have it here. I could show you when it's done. I'm going to be uploading it to another channel, but yeah. So it's hard. I don't know what to show you guys. I could show you the opening part here. Hold on. Let me just change the opacity on this. All right. Yeah, so I decided to try animating. I spent like the last week and a half like conceptualizing some stuff, testing out stuff, actually trying to, you know, make the idea work. So I got so what you see in here, this is the main character of this animation is a Pikmin. And in the games, Pikmin live in they're like ships, like their alien ships are called onions. So I thought it'd be really funny if the Pikmin lives in like a literal ass onion. So I've Toad delivering his mail here. It's so shitty. He's delivering a smash letter to Red G. Pikmin. So Reggie Pikmin, who lives on he lives in this house, and Toad is Toad's sad because he never gets invited to Smash. There's a scene that's gonna go in the middle here that I haven't done yet, but then Red Pikmin gets a letter. He hears about a new Smash Direct coming out, so he's like, okay, I gotta go watch the Direct. I gotta see the news, and then this happens. Hold on, I think the audio might be a little low. Give me a sec. I still can't get over that. So yeah, all right, so I animated this. This took me like an entire day. This took me an entire day to just animate this. There's like literally 3 seconds. Him grabbing the fucking pack of Newports, fucking packing it against his palm, and then smoking it. This 3-second sequence took me an entire day to animate. I didn't realize until I started this how much work this shit is. But then once I got into it, I was like, bro, 3 seconds of animation, and it took like 15 hours. I'm proud of it though. This is Trace from Spike Spiegel smoking a cigarette. This took forever. This part here. Yeah, this twirl. This I didn't animate. This is just edited. But yeah, this took a minute. You know, having to draw realistic hands is not easy. But yeah, then he watches a whole Smash Direct, and then Sakurai makes some jokes, and then reveals the new character.
Also, the new character is young Marth from Fire Emblem. Fuck you.
So yeah, I'm working on this right now. This is a little funny shitpost animation joke, you know, animation video, whatever. And that's been a little side project of mine right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's very much a work in progress. It's very much a work in progress, but I think so far it's coming out pretty decent. I think some of the animation, you know, stuff I'm learning as I go. So it's like, it's actually even if it's not perfect, I'm learning a lot in the process. And you know, surprisingly, animating's pretty fun. I got to be honest, like drawing and animating and like seeing it come together is very fun. You spend 15 hours on 3 seconds of animation. It feels tedious when you're in the process, but when you finish it and you get to watch back that 3 seconds and see it in motion, it feels so good. It feels really good. So yeah, so that's something I've been working on. I had my anniversary with my wife a couple days ago. We got both of our birthdays are a week apart. We got those coming up this month. So you know, June's been a busy month. This is kind of why I haven't been around. I've been kind of focusing on myself. I've been you know, spending time with my family, still dealing with doctors and stuff with my dog. Like, it's like, you know, just a lot of like personal life stuff that I just wanted to focus on. I didn't have really time to think about One Piece, and I figured there's not really much One Piece coming out right now, so you know, it wouldn't matter too much if I didn't make any videos on anything, because there's not much really to make a video on. So that's pretty much where I'm at right now, guys. Yeah, I hope everyone else has been well. Do some catching up, and then we'll start with the chapters. We will jump right in. Also, thank you guys for the compliments. I appreciate it. You don't have to be too nice, you know? I know that some things don't look great, or it looks a little sloppy, but I think it adds to the charm, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so Momoji said, it's the same with me making my plushies. It takes me literal days to weeks to finish one, but it's so extremely cool to finally have one complete. Yeah, that's the beauty of working on something that, like, especially in art, like, if you have to put a lot of time into your craft and make something, you know, a lot of times the process is going to involve a lot of tedious steps. You know, when you're doing an animation, you got to do coloring. You not only got to do the line work for every little minute motion, but you got to color everything, and then you got to like decide, you know, like the pace and so on and so forth, and it's a lot. And I can imagine that's the same thing with like making anything like plushies or any kind of artwork or film or video. So it's, you know, there's always a lot of tedious steps involved, but once you get to the end, it makes all those things worth it, you know. What's up, AFK? How's it going? Emulsify said I'd watch Hidden Island anime. I have a series. I actually have a completely original series I want to make, like a story, but I haven't totally finished like conceptualizing character designs and stuff yet. But if I can animate that, that'd be really cool. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, but yeah, that's where we're at, guys. I'm itching to read. I'm itching to read these chapters right now. We can do some more catch up after. We can talk about whatever after. I got time today. So for now, let's just jump right into it. I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer. Oh, probably music's too loud now. All right, so we got chapter 1115, Continental Fragments. Let's get it. Real quick before I read, just letting you guys know, please helps me out. Like the stream so it goes on the YouTube homepage in front of people that don't know I'm live right now. That does really help me out a lot. And yeah, and now you guys can talk about whatever in the chat. I'm not gonna look, so spoilers, whatever, I don't mind. Now you're good. You're free to post whatever. I'm gonna read. I'm looking at the chapters as of right now. 1, 2, 3, chapter 1115, Continental Fragments. Let's go. Well, let's read. Let's see the cover story here. Okay, Yamato goes to another location in Wano. Everyone's happy, happily ever after. I know I said I wasn't going to look at the chat, but thank you for the $5, Elegant Crow. Appreciate you, homie. Glad to see your back hidden. Your animation looks clean, too. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Blinker before the chapter. All right. Take a puff. All right, yeah. So this Yamato cover story, I'm still waiting for it to, I'm still waiting for the catch, or like what's the twist of this cover story that Oda's clearly building up to. All right, maybe I should zoom in. Probably not easy to read for you guys here. Okay, just the flower capital, Wano. It's hard to believe this foreign transmission is reaching us. Now, you may be wondering how he came to be known as a pirate. We found the snail in the castle among Orochi's possessions. Also, Orochi had a secret snail for communication. Yeah, that makes sense. We saw that before. So you were a pirate, Joy Boy, just like Luffy. You know of him, my lord? A jail cell at the G4 naval base? Joy Boy, who cares? I bet you could easily beat him, right, Captain Kidd? No way! Duh, the man's already dead. That's our captain. The only thing bigger than his confidence is his belly. Yeah, I'm clearly a million times tougher than this Joy Toy. It's Joy Boy, boss. Oh, man. Damaro Black. This guy. He can't do his own thing, man. You know, I'm starting to see some similarities between Damaro and like some YouTubers out there. I don't know. It's just can't do his own thing. Gotta jack everyone else's swag so that you can be everyone thinks you're hype. All right. Do bear in mind I only have access to a handful of poneglyphs, but their combined narrative clearly chronicles an unbelievable history about a great war in the distant past. During that period, Joy Boy faced an enemy, the organization now known as the World Government. Wait, isn't that us? Well, he did say he was a pirate. Okay, so there was a massive war. Back then, they were merely the Allied Powers, a temporary coalition consisting of 20 separate kingdoms. Wow. Mars is pissed. It can be assumed that an alliance was the only feasible way to oppose the formidable faction to which Joy Boy belonged. I am afraid that the cause of this conflict still eludes me, so I do not presume to judge the morality of the combatants. I can, however, say that this war was a clash of two opposing ideologies. I mentioned earlier that Joy Boy was born into a fantastical civilization. One so advanced that it is hard to believe it existed over 900 years ago. The weapons that existed during this century-long struggle are far beyond our modern science. That's amazing. Fe. What's that peanut-headed fool saying? Oh, boss, you're making me hungry. Such technology is baffling even to a genius such as myself. He's so big-headed. Foxy's looking good since the time skip. What's going on with his ship, though? Something happened to his ship. That is not the same ship that he had last time. It was like a massive... He had a really, really big ship when we first saw him. Like, insanely big for a pirate of his stature. And therein lies our problem. Gotcha. Stussy. Huh? It's me. Edison? Lower the barrier and hightail it out of there. But I can't. What if something were to happen to the Straw Hat crew? I'm gonna be straight with you. There ain't no point in the barrier no more. Not when there are monsters on the island who can ignore it. We've done all we can for them. I'm sure they'll make it somehow. How much longer, Jinbei? My apologies, we're almost there. There's nothing to apologize for. We were busy. Is that you, Zoro? You're gonna get it later. Now, now hurry up. They're moving their ships to blockade the northeast coast. I'll never forgive you if we get blasted out of the water after all this. That's good to hear. I was worried Stella would never forgive me if I let them get caught. As if. Now get your ass out of there. But I don't know what to do with myself. Huh? Now that Stella's gone, who am I meant to live for? I have no purpose. Don't let him use his sword. This geezer can cut anything. Oh, yeah? Sense the living voices. Oh. Wait. We're referencing the voice of all things and the or the breath of all things from Alabasta. This has to be almost confirmation, basically, right? That the voice of all things and the breath of all things have to be connected. Because when Zoro was thinking of how to cut steel, he had to tap into like the breath of all things and like sensing them. And now he's not referring to it as a breath. Venus is referring to it as a voice. So I'm pretty sure at this point we can kind of guess that they're the same thing. And then it was just, you know, the people in Shimotsuki Village had a different name for it or referred to it differently. Kind of like hockey. You know what I mean? Hockey was mantra to some people in Skypiea, and, you know, it was also... it had a different name elsewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Bonnie, get down. Oh, shit. Ooh. Huh? I can't maintain Distorted Future for very long. The Void Century ended with Joy Boy's defeat. How much do you intend to say, Vegapunk? He's leaving. There are too many life forms up here. But the aftermath has grander consequences. Yo, no way, man. This guy just cut the entire Labostratum in half? What? The wake of that ancient conflict scarred the world, and those scars never healed. That's insane. Like, just to get some perspective on that, right? Like, the Labostratum is practically an island in and of itself. It's like, it's so big. Egghead's a very big island. You can see the size of these buildings relative to the rest of the island. You have the Iron Giant. We had like a bunch of comparison points. The Iron Giant relative to the island. Look at the Sunny relative to the Labostratum, and this is like this is like actually closer in perspective because it's closer to the edge. But like, that's like basically cutting an island in half. I feel like that's even more impressive than like what Law did to Punk Hazard using his Devil Fruit. And then on top of that, I mean, I would assume that this island is larger than the glacier that Mihawk cut at Marineford. Like, this might be one of the biggest things we've seen get cut in half in the story. That's pretty insane. So, that's a big point for the Gorosei in terms of power scaling for those that care. What the? Huh? Oh, everyone's falling out. We all know travel between the islands can be excruciatingly difficult. The seas one must traverse are so vast and perilous. Most people are content to live and die at their place of birth, never experiencing any culture other than their own. The real world used to be a lot like that, prior to technological advancement. Isn't that a bit obvious? Yeah, ha ha ha. Everyone knows the seas are dangerous. That is common knowledge to us now, but it wasn't like that 1,000 years ago. A cataclysmic ecological disaster occurred during the Void Century, and the ancient world was swallowed by the ocean. We are now living atop the remnants, continental fragments of the land masses that once were. Just want to point everyone to my Elbaf video, the greatest Elbaf theory ever made. There's other videos I talk about this exact thing. As a matter of fact, I recommend everyone, when you get the chance, rewatch my old theory, the greatest One Piece theory ever made. I know, these are very ostentatious titles. Go back, rewatch that theory I made 2 years ago. And specifically, the point I'm referencing in that video is where I talk about the mural that Jola made in Dressrosa, where she made a mural that I was theorizing in the video was a depiction of the Void Century. Now, I haven't looked at that mural in a minute, but just let's do an exercise together. Let's take a look at this once again. It's been a while. Now, I was theorizing that this was supposed to represent the Void Century and what happened in the Void Century. And now that we've seen the Leloucia thing with Emu, you know, the fucking light dropping on the country, you have the king here, the dude with the king crown and one wing, you know, being like under everything, like the teardrop. I go into it in the video in much more detail. It's hard for me to just do it off the cuff, but basically the point I was trying to make is that there's a war that happened in the Void Century. The sun, or the sun god, which was represented by the king here, and the right eye being open, because that was in Egyptian mythology, it was the right eye associated with the sun. There's the sun being blocked out by some kind of shadowy force, shadowy figure. I think we can kind of guess, if anything, that this might be Emu, because Emu kind of had like a similar, like, shadowy blob kind of body. And I don't know who this is supposed to be. Maybe, you know, the people. I don't know. But I did break that down in much greater detail in that video. I thought it was pretty interesting. So I just wanted to point that out, that there is foreshadowing in One Piece for this concept, I think. And it's not just there. I mean, you can look in Fishman Island, obviously gives a lot of evidence for that. Wano gives evidence for that because of where Pluton is. If you look at the whole Ragnarok mythology and how the Red Line works, and how Ragnarok also implies the world flooding, you know, after the era of the gods ends, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of flooding in ancient mythology and religion. So a lot of this is like already set up in One Piece. So I think that's really cool. And yeah, Yeah, and if you go back and watch that video, I think you might find it interesting what bits of foreshadowing even 2 years ago were available that could lead me to come to this conclusion even back then. So I think that's pretty dope. The world of a millennia ago sleeps unseen at the bottom of the ocean. I love that. So then the question I have is, you know, how has nobody else found these ruins up until now? Or nobody's like, you know, you would think researchers would be finding these ruins under the water because there's clearly some kingdom being depicted here under the ocean. Has nobody been able to go that deep? Like, does nobody coat their ships and like explore the ocean floor unless they're going to Fishman Island? Like, you would think that maybe researchers would have encountered one of these ruins at some point. That's a little bit of a question I have to ask here, because I can't imagine this is the only ruin under the ocean. There's probably plenty of them. If there was an entire world at one point that is now submerged, there has to be more ruins at the bottom of the sea. Maybe it's too deep for people to travel to. Also, probably anyone that talks about it, you know how the world government works. I know it is hard to believe on my word alone, but there really were multiple vast continents back then. This is insane. Hey, Nojiko, where do you think you're going? The whole world is at stake. Fill me in later. I gotta check on the tangerine orchard. Nice. Nojiko. A true queen. This change in the world helps explain how a century of history could be censored. A feat that seems nigh impossible, but it makes sense when you consider the undeniable conclusion all the data points to. Within a mere century, the average sea level rose by a staggering 200 meters. What? You're kidding. 200? What? A warship's only 60 meters tall. No wonder the old world disappeared. Hey, stop listening to this crap. We have work to do. The Seraphim and all those imprisoned Cypherpole agents were spotted falling out of the lab building. We gotta rescue them. Is this Mocktown? Did you hear that? His tall tales keep getting taller. The old fart's lost his marbles. What a joke. Kind of looks like Hawkins there, but I know it's not. This is Mocktown, right? This has to be. Sakura Kingdom, Chopper's hometown. Is that really possible? Even now, the world still finds a way to keep things interesting. That mountain is around 200 meters. You're saying that something that tall would be submerged? That's awful. How many people died? That begs the question. How and why? This chapter is long as fuck, it feels like. That begs the question. How and why did such a flood occur? Naturally, your first inclination might be to assume it was some kind of natural disaster. However, I can say for certain that it was no such thing. It was a man-made calamity. You can't be serious. If this catastrophe was brought about by natural means, there would be records denoting early warning signs several centuries later. It was a severe world-altering event after all. Makes sense? But all my research into meteorology, geology, ecology, and atmospheric science confirmed that there was no such natural buildup. It is impossible for such a drastic change to happen spontaneously within the span of a mere 100 years. Meaning, the cause lies elsewhere. My suspicions were confirmed a few days ago when I analyzed the world's current sea levels. This will be hard to accept, but that disaster 800 years ago was caused by the ancient weapons technology capable of sinking the world. Yup. And that very same firepower evidently still exists, just waiting to be used again. In other words, that great war which ravaged the world during the Void Century is still ongoing. What's next? What's next? What do you got left for me in this speech, bro? So this has to confirm almost that whatever was over Lulusia, that has to be an ancient weapon. That's probably that's got to be Uranus, right? That's got to be Uranus, because we know where Pluton is. We know where Poseidon is. There's only one other ancient weapon that this panel could be hinting at. So, yeah, they have Uranus. The world government has it already. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Especially if what I'm theorizing is true, that Luffy's going to have to use all 3 ancient weapons to destroy the Red Line. I don't know how he would get his hands on Uranus if it's already possessed by the world government. What I'm realizing now, though, if that's the case, if Uranus is the thing that lasered Leloucia, that dropped a beam on Leloucia, if that's true, that means that the Mother Flame, all the Mother Flame is the power source for the ancient weapons. That's what the Mother Flame has to be. Right? Because why would they need the Mother Flame? It's because if they have Uranus already, the problem is they probably can't utilize it because they don't have the power source to power such an advanced piece of technology. We had Vegapunk talking about some ancient power source they had. That same power source potentially is what powered the Iron Giant originally. That same power source is probably what powers the ancient weapons as well. So I can assume here that that's what the Mother Flame was used for. That's why they wanted it. It wasn't the Mother Flame itself that was used on the island. It was Uranus powered by the Mother Flame. That's really cool. This is a good reveal. Yo, AG 77 in. I don't know if are those sevens like a number like text kind of thing, like Agton or something, or I don't know how you want me to say it, but I just want to say thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate the $50 super chat. He said, love your streams, brother, keep it up. I will be keeping it up. We probably got a chapter next week if I had to guess. I don't know, you guys probably know already, but I'm guessing that we can't have another break coming up, right? So we'll be back in the flow of things. I'm hoping, my hope is today that by the end of this 3rd chapter, by the end of 11:17, I have enough new material to work with to maybe write up a new theory. So I'm hoping I get some ammo today. But yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Oh, you said it's just my birthday, 7/7. All right, well, Ag, I appreciate you, bro. You're the GOAT. Thank you so much for the kind donation, man. Let's get to the next chapter. I don't really have too much else to say on this. Like I said before, a lot of the stuff we're getting here can kind of be inferred up until this point. It's not like Vegapunk's throwing something at us out of left field, but it's very nice to get all these confirmations. We got the confirmation of the world being submerged. We got the confirmation of Uranus, the Mother Flame. We have Venus Juro doing an incredible feat of swordsmanship, backing up that the Gorosei are a serious threat. The Iron Giant's clearly awakening here. We learned that Joy Boy, we had a confirmation. I mean, we got that last chapter, but double confirmation here. Joy Boy was a pirate, just like Luffy. We got this. Like, this is a good chapter. This is good. This covers a lot. It definitely felt like a lengthy chapter. I'm honestly surprised. I don't know how many pages this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, I mean, it's a normal length chapter. It just felt longer than usual. All right. 11:16, conflict. Real quick, let me grab a tissue. Next one. Man, you know, it feels good. It feels good to finish a One Piece chapter that's good and then just be able to go right into the next chapter. I just want to say that you know, I don't know, I kind of like not reading every chapter week to week. It was kind of nice to let the 3 chapters build up and then just go in like all at once, because yeah, there's no stopping. The train's still going. Like, I don't have to just stop here. Let's go right to the next one. It feels great, man. That's refreshing. That's really refreshing. I miss that feeling. I used to feel that way in the past, It used to be a thing, but now it's not because I'm caught up. All right. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage, getting medicine and dumplings from Otsuru. So I guess the Yokozuna. I guess he found a wife. Is she with him? Did he finally, find he got some riz? He picked up someone. He's not fiending after Kiku anymore. Well, that's good for him. Yamato. This kind of looks like a devil fruit almost, but obviously it's not. Yeah. Also, I just gotta point out how tall Yamato is here, because I'm pretty sure Tsuru is already pretty tall. Obviously this guy's in the background, but if he was in the foreground, he's probably almost as tall as Yamato. So Yamato's huge. That's pretty insane. All right. Another one. Memoji, welcome to the crew, homie. Yamato's 9 foot. Need. Nah. Oh, Yamato's 9 foot. Oh, man. Short Kings unite. Did he just say that there are world-sinking weapons still out there somewhere? A truth too hard to swallow. How can an 800-year-old war be ongoing? No one from back then is even alive today. Why would a war rage on in total secrecy? Better question. Why does Imu have a portrait of Lily? Like just hung up on the wall. What's going on there? Was it true, guys? I remember people always theorized about a love triangle being the reason for the Void Century. Is it gonna be true? Was Imu in love with Lily, and Lily was in love with Joy Boy, and then Imu was so mad that he waged war on the Ancient Kingdom? Ain't no way. Vegapunk. Who's shouting Vegapunk here? Is that Emu? In all sincerity. Oh man, I feel bad for Igaram. Vivi's gone, Cobra's gone. That's brutal, man. He's going through it right now. This is not a good time for Igaram. Missing. So it's not a wanted poster. Pulsar, welcome to the crew, my friend. Yo, welcome to all the people that joined the members today and donated. Thank you so much.
You are my son.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute since You Are My Son got dropped, so I had to do that at least once today. Vexus, thank you for the members message, homie. Like these stream, back-to-back peak hits different. It does. It does. It feels like it feels almost like I'm reading a movie. Like this is an extra long episode. It's very nice. I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart, as there is something else I must confess. Moment of silence. Moment of silence for Cobra, guys. This is one of the OG One Piece characters. Legend. GOAT. Paths, you're thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Yo, Paths gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, bro. Moog, welcome back to members. YC, welcome to members. Chaozu, welcome to members. Master Bates and Tyante Black, welcome to members. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the emoji access.
You are my son.
So much for the moment of silence for Cobra. But I will say, Love this guy. Sad to see him go. I appreciate that he gets a traditional, like, royal burial. He's gonna go into the tomb, you know, like he's got his own section of the tomb, I guess. I don't know if they're gonna keep this picture there or if that's just for the ceremony. But much respect. Rest in peace. My goal was always to create an energy source to fuel society's development. And while it remains unfinished, Rubik's, thank you for the gifted. Appreciate Trashman. Welcome members, homie.
Nice.
Thank you so much. While it remains unfinished, my research has culminated in the Mother Flame. Okay, so wait, we're going to learn about the Mother Flame right now. Hold on. So let me read this again. My goal was always to create an energy source to fuel society's development, and while it remains unfinished, my research has culminated in the Mother Flame. Its power has many practical uses. I'm certain that one day this undying energy can be harnessed to ensure that the entire world lives in abundance. So he has successfully created something close. Like, he's saying it's an undying energy, but he also says it remains unfinished. So maybe it's not undying quite yet, or maybe it's not easily utilized. I don't know. Let's see if he explains. This breakthrough is marred, however, as a small fragment of the flame was stolen. There we go. So York fucked it up. I take full responsibility for this unfortunate event. The Cypherpole agents are stuck in the middle of the island. Oh, it doesn't have Vegamon. Cypherpole agents are stuck in the middle of the island? This is bad. They're completely surrounded by flames. That was quite the tremor. Any idea what's happening, Edison? That spooked me too. The whole gosh darn basement came crashing down here with all the Cypherpole agents in tow. I can't generate any more clouds for the Straw Hat crew. Came crashing down? How is that possible? Another monstrous elder must be heading up. Stussy, get yourself out of there. Hold on. Before I even read this, can I ask Oda a question here? Oda, if you're watching this, okay, hold on here. Damn. Whoa, Stussy. I didn't know you came to Egghead with all this cake. Are you kidding me? He spent the whole arc just for this. He said it himself. He's been building up. He's been working on drawing ass the entire arc. Oda was not kidding, bro. He was not kidding. Yeah, Johannes, that's crazy. Stussy came from Whole Cake Island straight to Egghead. She came back she pulled up from Whole Cake. Damn. I don't want him to suffer the consequences. Edison, is it okay if I let Kaku go free? I don't want him to suffer the consequences of this. Don't worry, I won't let him go after the Straw Hats, and I don't think pursuing them will be his priority anyway. I can't. Did Vegapunk plan this when he made the clone? Was this part of the schematics? I can't get over this, bro. That's insane, yacht. I can't even believe I have to say that. Like, I don't say this shit. Okay, I don't say words like the stupid meme words on a daily basis, but I have to. And like, what other word is there for this fucking drawing, bro? What else can I say? What else can I say here? I hate that I had to use that, but like come on, man. It's like it's unnecessary, but whatever. I love it. I love it. Understood, Stussy. I'm sorry for putting you all through this. It didn't occur to me that they were your friends. Forgive me for making you turn on them. Despite being torn between both sides, you still rescued us. That inner conflict is proof of your humanity, Stussy. Do as you please. Just find a way to keep on living. Yes, sir. Edison's a boss for that. Is Kaku reconsidering his life choices right now? I feel like he's gonna have to he's gonna have to help Stussy. He's gonna have to help Stussy escape getting killed by the Gorosei, which is going to put Kaku on the good guy's side, because then he's not gonna be working for the government at that point. The Gorosei are gonna want to kill him. And also, CP9 or CP0's failed pretty hard. The whole Egghead arc, they've kind of failed everything. So they're probably not in great standing with their bosses right now. So I could imagine this is like a good turning point for Kaku. I kind of feel for him here. I hope, man. I want these characters. I can't get the chat's roasting me. I can't get. Let me regroup. I hope that for Kaku, maybe for Lucci, I don't know. Lucci's kind of irredeemable. He's kind of a piece of shit. I hope for Kaku maybe this is a turning point, because Kaku's always been kind of less of a dickhead than Lucci. You know what I'm saying? Like, he hasn't always. He's definitely not a good guy, but Lucci's way worse of a guy than Kaku. So if there's anyone that I could see kind of swapping sides and helping out the Straw Hats, it's him. I think it would be him. And I've always been a Kaku fan. Ever since Water 7, I like this character a lot. I think he's a great character. Love the design. I love the nose. Yeah, so, you know, I could see it. I could see it happening. And maybe this is going to be what incites that. 2 weeks after the flame fragment was stolen, we observed an intense glow emanating from above the Lelucia kingdom. Lelucia? I later got the news that the entire nation had mysteriously vanished without a trace. Before long, my equipment registered the worldwide earthquakes I mentioned earlier. This might be my pride as a scientist talking, but I was certain of one fact. An ancient weapon did that? Why would someone do that to Lelucia? Only the Mother Flame could supply the immense energy needed to cause this tragedy. Lelucia is gone? This is the first time we're hearing about this. Hurry up and confirm it. Yes, sir. My very own invention was used to power an ancient weapon. The motives and origin of the perpetrators are a mystery to me, but in the end it all boils down to one hard truth. I am an accessory to this act of mass murder. I cannot express how remorseful I am for my part in all this. I am truly sorry. That really sucks for Vegapunk too, you know? It's like you're doing everything in your power to make the world a better place. Like, clearly he wanted this invention to be used for good purposes, and it's like immediately the first thing that happens is it's used to kill people. Like before it can even do any good, before Vegapunk can accomplish anything good with his invention, it's immediately used to kill people. And that goes for everything else. It goes for the Seraphim. It goes for the Pacifista. It's like, that really sucks for him. I feel like that's absolutely not what any scientist wants, is for their invention to be used for those purposes. And this is definitely, like, obviously this has to be a reference to, like, Oppenheimer and everyone involved in the Manhattan Project, all the scientists that contributed to the development of the atom bomb. It wasn't just Oppenheimer, you know. Einstein's science contributed to it. Fermi's science contributed to it. Oppenheimer definitely was, like, the main contributor. But, like, the point is, you know, Vegapunk takes inspiration from all of these great scientists, especially of that era of, like, the Industrial Revolution, World War II. This is when scientists, you know, started to work with the government to develop things like weapons of mass destruction. And obviously, you know, we're dealing with the repercussions of that today, even today. You know, 80 years later. So it's clear what Oda's referencing here with the Mother Flame. And it's also interesting, right? Because you look at the concept of someone stealing a piece of the Mother Flame and then using it to destroy a country. You know, when nuclear weapons were invented, the reason that they proliferated to the degree that they have is partially because of spies. It's because the US developed the atom bomb. Other countries were racing to try and do the same thing. And someone correct me on this if I'm wrong about the history, but there were spies working for Russia in the US that stole classified information on how to create atom bombs, and then they gave it to Russia. And because of that, Russia was able to create their own atom bombs. And because Russia was able to create atom bombs, Russia proliferated those to their allied countries, the other communist countries that they were trying to control. So it kind of worked that way in real life too, where like you had great scientists that created something that was obviously it was used for destruction, like nefarious purposes. We saw the destruction it caused in the war, and immediately after, like one of the first things that happens is that data on this weapon is stolen and given to people that also want to use it for bad purposes. So it's kind of similar to how it happened in the real world. This is, you know, it's interesting how Oda's echoing that. But this proves my theory as plausible. The disaster that flooded the world was man-made. Vegapunk, it's not your fault. Huh? Then Pluton is... Shh. Lord Momonosuke. There were once 3 great ancient weapons. It is said that Joy Boy attempted to ensure that they would be passed on to future generations. This has to confirm that the ancient weapons were intended to be used by Joy Boy. Joy Boy wanted the person who was going to save the world to use these weapons. That's why he passed them down. That has to be it. So I'm going to just lock in my theory. I'm not going to, I'm pretty confident that what I was saying about the 3 ancient weapons being used by Luffy at the end of the story, I'm locking that in. I'm probably not going to change that thought process until I get any other evidence, because this seems like Joy Boy wanted a good guy to use it. Why else would he pass it down? That begs the question, why? Hasn't the world sunk enough? Such ambiguity makes it hard to brand one side just and the other evil. But the day of answers is coming. You're gonna choke, idiot. Sengoku's just shoveling rice crackers into his mouth. Consider this a warning. When that time comes, everyone will fear the notion of a sunken world. The Void Century is still an enigma, but there are those who know what happened in its entirety. Everything. You're going to explain everything, Vegapunk. Okay, so Akainu knows. Does that mean, do the fleet admirals, do they get this knowledge? Do they learn about this stuff? Do the admirals learn about this stuff? Are they privy to this knowledge? Or is it just him? How does he know? Sengoku obviously knows, based on his reaction. Akainu obviously knows. So is this like a fleet admiral thing? Like, do the fleet admirals get like a briefing? You know, almost like the president when someone in the U.S. becomes president. The moment they get sworn in as president, they go into a room with like, I guess like the intelligence agencies, and then they get debriefed on all the top secret stuff that they don't know. Like the president's supposed to like get all this new information that they're not privy to and get caught up on what intelligence agencies know and what they're working on. All top secret. And it's like funny because in real life, every time like you see a president go into the room, so they get elected, they get sworn in, they go into the room with the FBI or CIA or whatever. We don't know what they talk about in that room, but they obviously debrief them on all the classified shit. And every single time without fail, at least from what I know, the president ends up walking out of the room after the debriefing is done, and they look like they've just seen a ghost. They look like they've just gotten... They're either extremely exhausted or like they've just been told some like world-shattering information. So I just think it's funny that like it's possible that kind of works the same way in One Piece, where you have like a fleet admiral, they get put into their position, and the world government has to be like, okay, now that you're running the show for our Marines, we need you to know X, Y, and Z. You need to know these things. So, you know, I could imagine everyone handles that info dump differently. I just think it's interesting. I didn't know that. Up until now, I had completely assumed that the only people in the know were the Gorosei and Imu. Could be wrong, though. The Celestial Dragons clearly don't know, because we saw in like 2 chapters ago, they were questioning what the Void Century even was. Vegapunk mentions the Void Century, and the Celestial Dragons are like, what's that? What the hell? What's the Void Century? So... Interesting. I am referring to the former members of the Pirate King's crew. Wait, hold on. The Void Century is still an enigma, but there are those who know what happened in its entirety. I am referring to the former members of the Pirate King's crew. Huh? Pirates know? How? And then Crocus. Crocus sitting here with Laboon. He's built a little home inside Laboon for when the world floods. Like, it's so... It's all coming together. It's all coming together. He knew. Crocus set up Laboon. Rayleigh learned how to coach ships. It's all there. It's all there. They knew. Why would pirates know the world's secrets? Isn't that dangerous? Hang on. How is that possible, Stella? How could you have known about me stealing a fragment of the Mother Flame? I cut off my memory synchronization. It should have been impossible. Not only that, but I know for a fact you're a terrible liar and lousy actor. You were genuinely surprised, right? York, this is all you're doing. You got news about Lelucia and took readings? What does that mean? When? The timeline doesn't add up. You must have known the government's plans, otherwise you wouldn't have done all this. You wouldn't have hidden the broadcast snail. Elders! I worked out where the broadcast snail is. Are you certain? Without a doubt, I'm a Vegapunk too. The snail is in the Fabriostratum. The Iron Giant is guarding it. Who called that? Who called that? You gotta remind me, chat. Who called that like 3 chapters ago? Who was like, yo, the Iron Giant. That's why Vegapunk popped out of the Iron Giant at the beginning of the arc, because he was hiding the snail. Who fucking called that? That's such a sick call out, baby. Let's go. That's so sick. Whoever did, big props to you. That was awesome. I love that. The moment I heard it from whoever said it, the moment I heard it, I was like, makes perfect sense. Makes so much sense. And here it is. Because I was thinking the whole time, like, everyone was like, oh, it's on a different island. Oh, it's, like, hidden inside, maybe inside Vegapunk. It's hidden here. It's hidden there. And then someone was just like, this is a simpler explanation. It's in the Iron Giant. That's why Vegapunk was there. And, yeah, I guess that's true. It has to be true. I'm sure they knew our entire lost history. So why? Why would they just fade away without telling a soul? Why didn't they act? Oh, this is good. We're getting spicy with this. Oh, this is getting into interesting territory now. Why would they just fade away without telling a soul? You haven't had enough booze? You rarely get this wasted. I'm old and washed up now. Just like Vegapunk here. A blabbering old geezer who's already said too much. Don't be an ass and take it away from the youngsters. The thrill is theirs to seek now. Right, Roger? Those who knew the truth just laughed. I'll drink to that, Rayleigh. Cheers. Asahi Dry for you. Ah, man. And the best part of all this is, guys, we still got another chapter. We're not done. We got another chapter right after. We still got another one. Another one. Let's fucking go. Before we continue, though, let me just see if there's anything I can comment on. I kind of just want to go to the next one. I've been like stopping and commenting as I go. Oh my goodness. Let's just go into it, man. I'm looking at this chapter title. I'm trying to figure things out. My brain's already fucking firing off right now. I'm trying to think. Chapter 1117, and he's cut off. Now, my guess is what this is. He's going to say the name of the ancient kingdom. He's not going to be able to finish saying it, and the broadcast, because of York, is going to get cut off before he finishes. That's got to be what this title is, right? That has to be. So I'm just going to guess right now. We'll see how it goes in the chapter. But the Ancient Kingdom name starts with Mo. Wait. Hold on. Let me look something up. Okay. I'm going to make a prediction before we get into the chapter. The name of the Ancient Kingdom, if this is what that is, if Vegapunk's cut off from saying the name in this chapter, and it starts with Mo, that means the Ancient Kingdom was named Mingo Mongo. No, I'm kidding. The Ancient Kingdom, alright, so this is what I'm thinking here. The actual prediction. Mo. You know what starts with Mo in One Piece? Mokomo Dukedom. Is that, what is it? It's the Mokomo Dukedom? Yes. The Mokomo Dukedom. The Mokomo Dukedom is the civilization of the Minks. And you have Nekomamushi on the cover story here. They were an ancient ally of the Wano people. We know that the Mokomo Dukedom, the Minks, had an alliance with the people of Wano, and for whatever reason, this civilization is stuck on top of the back of Zunisha, who was punished for his alliance with Joy Boy in the Void Century. Am I saying that Zou and the Mokomo Dukedom is like the Ancient Kingdom is Laugh Tale? No. I think it may be, if I'm right here, it could be that it was the remnants of that civilization ended up forming the Mokomo Dukedom, and on top of Zou and the Minks maybe. And you know what else supports this, right? If the Minks were the kingdom, like if the Ancient Kingdom was the kingdom of Minks, right? There's that idea that's been around for a long time. I know Randy Choi did a video on this recently, but the idea that Joy Boy was a Mink, and more specifically, this has been floated around for quite a minute now, that Joy Boy was a monkey Mink. So that's why he's like the Sun Wukong, like the monkey god, like the sun god you see on the bell in Skypiea, the monkey with the straw hat, right? So if Joy Boy was a Mink and he was a monkey, and his kingdom is the original kingdom was part of whatever became the Minks later, and they ended up surviving on the back of Zunisha. Maybe that's. I'm gonna stop talking. I know that you guys are like, just read the chapter, dude. Read the fucking chapter. Stop talking. Stop yapping. I got it, man. I got the message. All right. I'm sorry. Gomen sorry. Let's read chapter 11:17. Pirate Island. Does that mean there could be a bunch of treasure down there on the ocean floor? You pea-brain, it's not like the world is full of cities of gold. Ambition always fuels the hearts of true warriors. It's all 200 meters deep. You'd be sea beast chow if you went looking. But ain't there ships that can dive? How the devil would we afford one of those? We'd have better luck trying to court some mermaids. I'd do anything to meet one. The Grand Line. That was even before Nolan's time. What an incredible story. Ukiki. Oh, my goat's back. It sounds romantic, doesn't it? Anyone else up for another diving expedition? Oh, man. Cricket, my boss. My fucking boy. GS. Navy General Hospital. Kobe Senpai, this must be about the One Piece. It really makes you think. Oh, we got Kobe updates this chapter. I picked the perfect chapter to come back on, man. I picked the perfect one. It really makes you think. I'm gonna pass out. I'll write everything down later. It's hard to keep up with all these thoughts racing around my head. I just saw the captain. His recovery is going well, but he wants his space. Hey. Things are really coming to a head, aren't they, Prince? Yeah. It sounds like we're going to get some hard-to-hear answers soon. It's our turn to step up. He's alive. He's alive. Drake. Drake. What is going through your mind right now, bro? Panda Man under Helmeppo? I see. There he is. The New World. Tashigi. Where are you now? Smoker-san, I'm at the General Hospital. Oh, Smoker's gonna be meeting up with Drake and Kobe and all of the people in Sword. And can we just talk about how the bike is back? Smoker's fucking bike is back, man. It's been a minute. How long has it been since we saw the bike? Has it been like since Alabasta? Has it been that long? 00 Flevins, welcome to the crew, my son. Thank you so much.
Nice.
I always loved the bike, man. The Smoker bike. So sick, man. I realize I've been quite vague on this point. However, I can't add anything further other than pure speculation. Keep going. What did Roger leave behind? Egghead. Look, the barrier is lifting. What was that sound just now? It startled me. The clouds have stopped stretching. Don't worry, this is more than enough. We should be able to reach the sea no problem. Yeah, the only issue is we'll be landing right on top of a fleet of ships. I've loaded the cola barrels. We can blast off at a moment's notice. Great, but Jinbei's still not here. We're close. We wound up chasing after a strange monster. Huh? There's no time for detours. Get over here now. I'm not taking a detour. The monster's heading right for you. Look sharp. There's something special about his presence. Bro, Venus, this entire arc since he showed up has been giving the most insane showing possible. Not a single other Gorosei besides Saturn has been doing this level of crazy shit. Venus is going ham this arc. Such good setup for Zoro to fight him. Such good setup. This is hyping it up so much more for me. An Elder? What? Fishman Jujutsu. Kataguruma. Two sword style. Sukavadi's Bliss. A new move. Rashomon. Oh wait, well this is just Rashomon, right? Is this a different one? Oh. Oh, they're clashing now. I see. I see. They're gonna fight now. Got it. They're clashing now. Cool. That's so crazy. This is gonna be insane in the anime, bro. This is gonna be so insane. A Kitetsu blade? Oh! Zoro noticed. Or is it... Yeah, it's Zoro noticed. So this... So it's confirmed that is a Kitetsu. Wow. Gotcha. Zoro. Launch the ship already. We'll jump on. There's no time to waste. Northeast coast of Egghead. Straw Hat's still not here? Hurry, we can't hold him back much longer. Sink that ancient ship of theirs. Remember, it's just one vessel, even if it does look like it came right out of a legend. Our signal isn't getting through all this. Luffy, we're here. Get ready to sail. There's no mistaking that loud voice of his. All right. Oimo, Kashi, the captains. Get the ship ready. Leave it to us, Captain. Set sail. Turn the ship and let's get out of here. Don't let them get away. Bang, bang, bang. These pirates are from over 100 years ago. Don't be scared of fossils like them. Shake them off, you bastards. This is impossible. Gah, 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 gah. Fall back. Get all the remaining ships in formation. Give it everything you've got. This panel's so crazy, man. Just seeing giants like reaching into ships and just tearing them apart and lifting people up. Like, bro, that's so cool. This is so sick. This is an insane panel. So much motion happening here. So many things happening in just this one image. Oda's still got it, man. The artwork is great. Talk about sloppy. You're all meant to be paragons of justice, remember? Don't settle for being another face in the crowd. Step up and be a star. Vice Admiral Bluegrass. Whoa, she punched a hole in the hull. And I'm gonna punch one in you. Oh, damn. Rock and roll blaster. Oh, damn, she's strong. Paths, thank you for the 10, homie. I appreciate that. Look at the bubbles. Both Zoro and Venus confirm each carry a Kitetsu blade. Makes me wonder if this leads to Zoro learning 4-blade style, like from the Good Timeline future for the Straw Hats. Where would he put the 4th one? That's my question. If he learns 4-blade style, where does the 4th one go? You're gonna have to tell me. So... are they both saying it? Is it like both of them are saying? Yeah, okay. So the bubble has like a little thing that goes both ways. So they're both saying it. They're both like, oh, a Kitetsu blade? What the hell? You know where. Wow, Vice Admiral Dahl. Her ferocity always sends shivers down my spine. Kashi! Keep going. So what if they're freaking giants? What the... Wasn't that board just behind us a second ago? That's great. Now we just got to worry about boarding the ship. You said it. It's high time we set sail. Gah-ba-ba-ba-ba. Where did he go, though? The dramatic lighting in these panels always... I love... There's so many of these with the Gorosei transformations in this arc. I think it's really cool. This is also just a sick panel. They all have to gang up on the Iron Giant, though. Because they know where the transponder snail's got to be in there, right? So, good for the Straw Hats. They get to escape. And that was what we predicted last time, right? We talked about this. The Gorosei are going to be too preoccupied with stopping the broadcast to impede the Straw Hats escaping. Because Vegapunk's mid-speech right now. Okay. Memphis, thank you for the members message. Member for 23 months. Coming up on 2 years next month. Thank you so much, homie. Can't stay, but popped in to spread the love. Gonna catch the VOD after work. Excited for the triple feature. Thank you, my son.
You are my son.
Gotta say how cool it is that you've been supporting for almost 2 years straight. And on top of that, it just puts in perspective for me, like, damn, has it really been that long already? For those who don't know, the channel started in like August, September of like around end of August, early September of 2021. So we're coming up this summer. We're coming up on 3 years of this channel. So it's insane to think about because it feels like just yesterday I uploaded my first video. And I remember my wife saying to me like, hey, if you're going to do this channel, like make sure to stick to it. Don't just give up after 1 or 2 videos. And I was like, yeah, I promise I'm gonna stick to it, and here I am. I have like 40 videos now, and like 100 stream VODs. So, and like multiple Reverie, like it's a lot's happened in 3 years. I'm very very grateful, and it's very, you know, I don't know if the humbling's the word, but it makes me feel very happy to see that number go up. It's like, man, I've been doing this for a while. I have one last message I wish to impart. It is for those of you who are scattered all across the world. Wait, is that? Yes. It is the very Iron Giant which rampaged through Marijois 200 years ago. There could be no doubt of that. Those of you who carry the letter D in your name. Curse you! Ace, Luffy, Vice Admiral Garp. Ooh, I fucking love Blackbeard so much, man. When you get the one little Blackbeard reaction panel, and it's like it's worth 100 panels. Just this little thing of Blackbeard reacting to this is worth so much to me. It's so fucking awesome. Captain. It is for those of you who are scattered all across the world. Those of you who carry the letter D in your name. What is he gonna say? Among you there is... Oh, I think I know what he was gonna say. It cut off. What was he about to say? Did the signal get jammed? It's over. Among you. So the mo here, as it's described here, mo is a particle in Japanese that basically can be used for the word also, right? So it means also. So, and it's written, is it written, it's in hiragana, it's not katakana. So he wasn't saying a name of something. If he was saying the name of something, it would have been in katakana. Because it's in hiragana, that means it's most likely the particle mo, meaning also. So among you there is also. What is he going to say? I hate to make this joke. I know the joke that you can make with this. Among you there is an imposter. Among you there is an imposter. Not the Among Us reference, Oda. Not the Among Us reference, bro. There is a traitor, imposter, whatever the word you want to use is. Blackbeard. We have Blackbeard on the panel here. The last D member shown. Among you, among the D clan, there is also an imposter. Or an enemy, possibly. Yeah, an enemy. Right? Because he's talking about how there was an enemy that's causing the world to flood. He's addressing the D clan and he's like, hey guys, among you guys, there's also an enemy, a traitor, a bad guy. That has to be, that's what I'm thinking. But the thing is, it would be weird to say traitor, right? Because the D clan are not like a unified group in the modern day of One Piece, right? The D clan are scattered everywhere. Most of them don't even know each other. Most Ds do not know other Ds. Like Law hid his D in his name for a long time. So there's plenty of D clan members out there that don't know each other. They don't really have any identity with other D members. So it would be weird to say traitor because it's not like it's not like the D clan has a goal that someone's betraying. What is more likely to me is if it's imposter, because then that would tell someone, that would tell people that maybe, you know, if you're a D clan member, just know that there's someone out there that it might be claiming to be a D that isn't a D. I don't know. I feel like that's a lot more reasonable to deliver as a message than to say traitor. So imposter makes more sense to me. Blackbeard not actually being a D and pretending to be a D makes sense. Because think about it, right? If Blackbeard knows all this history and knows about all this stuff with the Ancient Kingdom, when he came to the Whitebeard crew, he announced himself as a D. But by that point in time, before he even joined Whitebeard, he already had the plan to get the Yami Yami no Mi. He was already looking for it. So he had some plan put together already. If that's the case, then it could be that before he even joined Whitebeard's crew, he already had the plan to call himself a D member. He already made that up. Like, that was his story. That was his cover. So, or whatever. So that could be a message for D clan members out there that know the truth, or people that know what the D means. People like Dragon, I would assume, possibly knows what the D means. I would assume that people like Blackbeard obviously knows what the D means. Potentially Luffy's going to find out soon. So yeah, there are people out there that definitely know, or at least we can presume knows what the D means. So maybe they know the importance of it, and the fact that there would be someone as an imposter among that group could be a big problem. So maybe that's what Vegapunk's pointing out. Does he know who it is? Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't know it's Blackbeard. But it could be that based on the history he studied with the D clan, it could be that something similar happened in the past and he's noticing a trend today. I don't know. This is a big leap to take, but I was wrong about the Mokomo Dukedom thing. It's clear now Vegapunk is trying to address the D clan about some problem that exists with the D clan, and he got cut off. So I'm actually pretty surprised. No Ancient Kingdom name or anything was mentioned. He didn't continue Clover's speech in any like direct way. So I find that interesting. But damn, man. This chapter is insane. This is a great chapter. I'm sad the broadcast got cut off. I'm very excited to see what's next. We're probably leaving Egghead next chapter or the chapter after. They're just about to get on the boat. The Gorosei are stopping the broadcast, so they're not impeding them. We're going to have a whole chapter next week, probably, of them escaping the island while fighting off the Marines. That's what I would have to guess here. All right. Look at the characters in the back of the first page. Who am I looking for? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, is that Pearl? Is that Krieg? Is that Jin? No, how did I miss that? How did I miss that? No way the Krieg crew is on Pirate Island? No way. They're with the Blackbeard. Bruh. The reunion's gonna happen. The reunion has to happen. They're still alive. They're still alive. Yes. How long have we been waiting for this? How did I not catch this? And Oda just slips it in there. He doesn't even point it out. Oh, that's sick. That makes me so happy. Look at Pearl, this fucking degenerate in the background here with this stupid Pearl armor thing. Look at this idiot. What a fucking degen, man. He's just popping off in the background. He's still wearing that ridiculous armor that didn't even work in the East Blue. He has to have upgraded. It probably is made of Wapo metal now. Oh, man. Guys, what can I say? This was such a good series of chapters, man. This is such a good trio. I'm so glad I saved it all for today, because reading these 3 in a row was a ride and a half. I gotta be honest. And now I'm so excited. We don't have a break next week according to this. So next week we're right back in it. We got another one to go. Oh, man. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Also, yeah, I gotta say, Don Krieg with the long hair, I like this look. I think that's a good look for him. Now, this is the problem I have. Obviously, the One Piece Netflix live action is not going to get this far. Like, I can't imagine a Netflix production gets to chapter 1117. But in the Netflix One Piece live action adaptation, they kill Don Krieg. Don Krieg's dead. He gets killed by Mihawk. So if by some stretch of the imagination they happen to get this far into the story, and later Oda has plans for Don Krieg, I don't know how they plan to retcon, like, that Don Krieg is alive now, and how he would recognize the Straw Hats, because they never interact in the show. So that's one of those situations where the show kind of made like a preemptive decision of what to do with the character, and you know, the manga comes out and it's like, oh yeah, actually they're still alive. So, but they're never gonna get there. You know, we're not gonna have, yeah, exactly. We're not gonna see 30-year-old Iñaki playing Luffy. That's just not gonna happen. So, but I just think it's still pretty funny. I just think that's a pretty funny little thing there. But yeah, guys, these chapters have been amazing. I've pretty much said most of what I can say right now. I do think there's some stuff I have to work with. for a theory, but nothing like sticks out to me in terms of like brand new ideas. I do have plans to like retool some of my old theories like with the new information. So there's a lot of this that's going to go into that. But yeah, I mean, these are great chapters. I loved each one. I think that this week's chapter is the best of the three. Actually, hold on. Maybe the one before. Maybe 11:16 is. I don't know. This is the best one of the three, I think, actually. A lot of great reveals in here. A lot of really good reveals. Rubix, thank you for the 5, bro. Thank you. Remember, Luffy fell out of Gear 5, so presumably the Iron Giant lost power. If Luffy reactivates Gear 5, the message might continue. Ooh, I like that. That might be something that Oda could do next week. But I feel like why cut it off if you're just going to put it back on, you know? I feel like Oda needed a place to cut the message off so that we can move on without getting everything spoiled. You know what I'm saying? Gerard, thank you for the 2. He said it looks like more than hiragana than it looks more like the hiragana than the katakana. Are you talking about the mo here? I'm not sure. What looks more like the hiragana? Among you there is Moe. It's about to get cute. Among you there is Monkey D. Luffy. What if he was gonna say among you there is monkey DNA, like cause like Joy Boy was like a monkey mink, the Mo? No, that can't be it, cause it wasn't katakana. Now I'm just like thinking of what else the Mo could be. Like what could he have been cut off from saying? Among you there is Mo. Also, it could be like among you there is also a great power or a great treasure, like in reference to what the Pirate King found. I don't know. Mole? Trash Man, I like that. Among you there is a mole? Maybe. That would be where Pluton is. No. That's a different kind of mole. Yeah, guys, this is great. Flevins, thank you for the 5. I appreciate all the work you put in. You and Dax vids were my first foray into the madness. Also, Mo is for Monet, my baby girl. Yeah. Shout outs to Monet. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be too upset if Monet made a comeback somehow, although I think she needs to stay dead. But among you there is also Debus, that's an interesting one. Among you there is also someone still alive from 900 years ago. Maybe. Among you there is also a false D, Dusk Among the Dawn. Been trying to say it for a while. That's a cool idea too. That would give Dawn and Dusk a big boost for the channel name, right? That'd be crazy. Hidden, check my dumbass super chat, damn it. Oh, I'm sorry, Moog. I didn't mean to miss your super chat. Let me scroll up. I must have missed it. What else could it have been? I knew it was going to be some stupid shit. Among you, there is Mooglaton. I'm a D, get fucked. Yeah, well, I'm a D too, actually. I just decided. How am I able to work the Mo? I can't fit Mo anywhere in Hidden Island. Well, you win this one, Moog. You win this one. Thank you for the super chat. All right, guys. So I'm gonna chill here. I think this is a good place to end it. I've said my piece on the chapters. I love them. These are really great reads. We're gonna be back next week doing 11:18. Obviously, I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I'm working on other stuff, other projects that aren't related to One Piece right now. I tweeted about it recently that I have a big project I'm working on that's kind of related to the animation stuff I introduced at the beginning of the stream. So I can't make a hard promise that I'm gonna have like a brand new One Piece theory or big analysis coming out soon, because I am focusing on this other stuff for now. That being said, I do want to upload something soon to the channel just to keep the momentum going. So I might do some kind of, a different kind of like easier video of me maybe just giving some theories off the dome. Something like that. My interpretation of the chapters once the dust has settled a little bit. And so I can't make any promises, but there will definitely be, I do want to get something out this month, hopefully, and I'm also going to continue working on my side projects right now. And when those are up and ready, I'll probably announce that on the channel, the Discord, Twitter, everything, so you'll know when it drops. But yeah, besides that, we will be streaming next week. Just do more of Pikmin smoking. Yeah, no, trust me, I have plans for that episode. I have a whole little episode planned. I saw people saying it's like Smiling Friends. It reminded them of Smiling Friends. I was definitely inspired by Smiling Friends among a couple other things, like not just Smiling Friends. I'm taking some influence from like some YouTube animators, Newgrounds animators, a little bit of South Park elements here and there. A little bit of a lot of Aqua Teen Hunger Force is actually kind of like in my mind when I'm making this. So I love all those shows. Thoughts on Smiling Friends Season 2, Otter? I love it so far. I think that I think Season 1 is still better in my book so far, but Season 2 has had really good episodes. I think Episode 1, 3, and 5 are fantastic. The others are okay. They're pretty good. They got laughs out of me. But like if I had to choose between which season had the better episodes, so far it's Season 1 for me, but I am loving Season 2 so far. We got another episode on Sunday, so it's going to be good. All right, so guys, I think I'm gonna call it there. This is a great stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to hear from you guys again. I really appreciate all the really kind messages, the support, the members, all the new members. Welcome. It's just good that I can disappear for a little bit, which I apologize that I'm sorry to leave you guys hanging, but I'm glad that I came back and you guys are still here. Like you guys are ready to go. You're like, all right, Hidden, let's get it. Let's get the new chapter. Like that's a good feeling. You guys are real ones, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you so much for being here today. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm looking forward to next week for us to continue this insanity. And until then, I will see you next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your weekend, a good night, a good day, and a wonderful romance dawn. Take care, my friends. I'll see you next time.